Peace, peace, peace. Hope all is well with y'all, man. Hopefully y'all having a good day. Just want to come back with another video, man. Going to Yahushua or Christ in the Old Testament, man. Man. I was talking about this with a brother yesterday, but man, read First and Second Samuel, man. It's become I gotta read that again, man, because it's like a movie, man. And because a few months ago, a while back, I watched Sons of Thunder. They did a class about Joab, man, and it's still on YouTube called Joab the Enforcer. So that class, inspired me because I had read First and Second Samuel, before, but not into the depth of to love. Because this was when I was first actually reading it. Because now I'm starting to reread things over and over again. But I read First and Second Samuel before that. But once they did that class, I was like, no, dang, I got to read this again. So I'm probably gonna read it again as well. But yeah, man, read First and Second Samuel. Yeah, man, because it really is like a movie, man. It's the stuff that was going on in our history during that time, and it was a lot of corruption, but during the time of King David's rulership, man. But yeah, man, it's First and Second Samuel, man. It really has actually become one of my favorite books in the scriptures, man. Because few for me, this little side was a sidetrack, but a few for me is like Ecclesiasticus, the Book of James. James is one of my favorites. What else off the top of my head? James, Ecclesiasticus, James. But as far as history, First and Second Samuel, this, and a few others, of course, like the Gospels. But I gotta start reading that a little bit or two. Dang, it's a few I can't think off the top of my head. It'll probably come back to me. I'll probably come back to me. Probably come back to me. I like Joshua as well. I like the Book of Joshua as well. But anyway, it was just a few. But yeah, man, read First and Second Samuel. I was just going to talk to a brother yesterday, man. Like, you realize, because a lot of people say that, well, that's for another video, man. Let me get to this, man. But I just want to deal with Christ, Yahushua in the Old Testament, man, because I don't want to get too sidetracked. Because this was while I was reading First and Second Samuel, and let's start at verse. I don't want to start at. I'll start verse 9. And I was with thee whatsoever thou wentest, and I have cut off thy enemies for thy. This 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 9. And I was with thee whatsoever thou wentest, and have cut off all thy enemies out of thy sight, and have made thee a great name, like unto the great men that are in the earth. And moreover, I will appoint a place for them, a place for my people Israel, and I will plant them that they may dwell in their own place of their own. And moreover, neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them any more, as before time, and as since the time that I have commanded judges over my people, that I have caused thee to rest from all thy enemies. And also the Lord telleth thee that he will make thee an house. So going to the kingdom to come. Going to the deliverance of the nation of Israel. Verse 12, and thy days be fulfilled. Thou shalt keep that with thy fathers. I will set up thy seed after thee. So it's talking about the seed of David, which shall proceed of thy bowels, and I shall establish his kingdom. Talking about Yahushua, he being the seed of David. Seed of David. In verse 13, he shall build an house for my name, and I will establish his throne of his kingdom forever. I'm reading this again. Verse 13, he shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne for his kingdom forever. So, going to the kingdom come, the son of David, Yahushua going to his kingdom. Verse 13. Verse 14, it says, I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chastise him with the rod of men, but with the stripes of children of men. In verse 15, I'll read verse 15. But my mercy shall not depart from him, as I took it from Saul, and whom I put away before thee. in verse 16, and in thine house thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee, and thy throne shall be established forever. So going to the throne of David, so here, yeah, man, let's go. I'm reading verse 14 again. It says, and I'll be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chastise him, and with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men. So yeah, man. So Most High said right here, man. Even the Yahushua got a line, man. He's gonna chastise him. So man, who he loves, who the Most High loves. Of course, he chastises his people. He chastises us, man, because that's how he loves us, man. So yeah, man. Like he says, no, it's no respect to the person with the Most High, man, because he's even said, yo, if Yahushua, man, Christ, if he got out of line, I'm gonna chastise him. So he don't play about none of that, man. So, but that wasn't the case with Yahushua. That wasn't the case with Christ. He was perfect without sin, that lamb without blemish. He was perfect, man. So we gotta strive to be like that, man. Even in this flesh, even through temptations, through how we want to react to certain situations, or going off here and there and stuff like that, man. Because in even trying to get our lives in order, man. Even me myself trying to apply this word, what I read, and doing a bunch of things I gotta work on, man. But you see, that's just basically, Yahushua in the Old Testament as well, man. It's going on to, Christ's, kingdom to come to, and he's telling David that, that's why David said, "My Lord said to my Lord." So David knew that, Christ was coming. He was, going to be the sea line after him, basically, because the throne will never depart from the house of David, man. Because now in the kingdom come, Yahweh shall be on the throne of David. So, yeah, man, that's really it on that, man. That's really I want to read verse 14 again, because that's really, this is really the Most High, man. He said, listen, man, I'll be his father, he shall be my son. If he can commit iniquity, I will chastise him, and with the rod of men, and with the stripes of children, man. So yeah, man, that was the key verse. Most High said right here, man. He said, listen, man, Christ, Yahushua, my son, if he get out of line, I'm chastising him, man. So that's why there's no respect of persons, man. So that's why each of these days we should we striving to be better, try to keep his laws, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability, man. And, apply what we read as well, man. I know I got to start applying what I'm reading more as well in my life, man. Because, not to get too personal, a lot of stuff. I still got to work on as well. But I was getting to Oxford, though. But yeah, just an aside, though. I might do a little video on that. Going to, like, just a little quick topic. What's your favorite books and scriptures and whatnot? Because mine's always Ecclesiasticus. I like James. Like I said, First and Second Samuel. Now after rereading it, a lot of stuff in the this is like Psalms, of course, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes. I like all the wisdom, and that's really and of course I like our history, of course, like that, and the accounts and all the deep and dark sayings as well. But I'm still learning that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, certain things like the deep end time prophecies, or the deep dark sayings, some things I kind of understand, but some things I don't. But we know this is a book that'll take you. You'll drop dead. You'll still shoot. This is a lifetime book to understand. You're not going to, even if after shoot, man. That's why so we're constantly learning, man. We're all students of Christ, man. We're all students of this word, man. So yeah, this is a lifetime book to understand, man. So we constantly learning, man. So yeah, man. Just like Sirach says, we only know but a few of the Most High's works. We don't know a few things, honestly. So man, but let me get this, man. Let me stop rambling, but because I don't know. I guess I'll probably try to touch on that, Lord willing. Your favorite books, scriptures. Yeah, I like all the wisdom, like the Sirachs, the of course Ecclesiastes, of course Sirach, and the Proverbs, the Psalms. Actually, yeah, Job as well. Wisdom of Solomon, Song of Solomon. I like all the wisdom with that, man, because it helps you on your day to day. But of course, I like all the accounts of the Joshuas, the Maccabees, the First, Second Samuels. What else? The Kings. Of course, when Christ came on the scene, I gotta start reading New Testament more. I don't know why I gotta read four Gospels even more. I read John like months ago, but read John months ago, but I gotta start reading that more as well. But yeah, let me get this though. Let me get this, not ramble too much. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse where I started. Verse 9. For 2 Samuel chapter verse 9, is, of course, the Oxford Study Bible. Y'all know I promote this a lot. It says, I have been with you wherever you have gone, and I have destroyed all your enemies in your path. I shall bring you fame like the fame of the great ones of the earth. Verse 10, I shall assign a place for my people Israel, that there shall I plant them to dwell in their own land. They will be disturbed no more. Never again will the wicked oppress them, and as they did in the past. So, this says, just like it says in Revelation, the 21st chapter and first verse, let me get it real quick. There was no sea. That sea is like in Revelation 21. That's talking about people. There's nothing. There will be no other nation that conquer or to rule over Israel, or rule over us. Rule over the nation Israel, the Most High. So yeah, this kind of lining up to that. Revelation chapter 21, verse 1. I ain't trying to get too off topic, but this kind of lines up. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. That sea is like going into people or other nations that there is no more sea to overtake them. And there's a precept in Psalms to that, but I don't want to get too off topic. But yeah, let me read. I'm reading it again. I shall assign, verse 10. I shall assign a place for my people Israel. There I shall plant them in their own land. They will be disturbed no more. Never again will the wicked oppress them as they did in the past. From the day that I appointed judges over my people, and I shall give you peace from all your enemies. Verse 11. The Lord has told you that He will build up your royal house. Verse 12. When your life ends and you rest with your forefathers, I shall set one upon your throne. Upon your family. That being Christ, of one of your children to succeed you, and I shall establish His kingdom. Verse 13. It is He who I shall build a house in the honor of that my name. I will establish His royal throne for all time. I shall be a father to him, and he shall be my son. And when he does wrong, I shall punish him as any father might, and he spare not the rod. So yeah, man, the Most High. That's why in Proverbs, it says, spare not the rod, spoil the child. That's why, even that's on a spiritual level. The Most High is going, not going to spare the rod to his children. That's why we've been disobedient, going to different captivities through our history, man, because our disobedience. So but verse 15. But my love will never withdraw from him, and I was as I withdrew it from Saul, and whom I removed from your path. Verse 16. Your family and your kingdom will be established forever in my sight. Your throne will endure for all time. So yeah, man, it's going to the throne of David, and the son of David will be ruling. So that was the Most High's covenant with David. Yeah, so and that's Yahushua, and that's Christ in the Old Testament, because Christ is all throughout this book, man. Like Hebrews says, the volume of the book is written of me. That's in Psalms as well. So this whole book is, see all throughout the Old Testament, New Testament. He's Apocrypha, man. He's all over, man. So yeah, man, that's really it on that, man. Hopefully this was edifying for y'all, man. So hopefully may the Most High, in Christ bless y'all, everything y'all do. Most High Yahushua bless and increase that everything y'all do. Room for y'all, man. So, yeah, man, that's it, man. So, peace.